I've got a fight coming up soon. There are a lot of politics involved, unfortunately, but that is the nature of elite sports. That's what happens. It's not something that I've experienced too much of, to be honest, up until the last kind of 10 months of my life. But I think, I really believe it's going to come good in the end and everything's going to work out for the best, so we look forward.
Tom Aspinall just dropped a huge hint about who he might fight next, and now the MMA world is buzzing with theories. Some fans are sure this is it, that he's finally going to face Jon Jones. Others think maybe Tom and the UFC have just been messing with everyone for months. Whatever the case, the hype is real. Everyone wants to know who he's stepping into the cage with next.
Nah, man, Jon's retired. What are we talking about, guys? This is, Jon, you guys don't follow Jon on social media?
I don't follow him on social media. He said that...
No, me too, actually. Me too, but the guy is living his best life. He's had a fantastic career, we all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. And, you know, we move on. We move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm ready to take on all comers, get this division moving again. Us guys have been waiting around too long. You know, the contenders are getting sick of it. Everybody's getting sick of it. Even the fans are getting sick of this stuff. So Jon's retired and it's time that we move.
But guess what? Tom is done with the Jon Jones drama. After all the cryptic tweets, constant delays, title belt confusion, and even Dana White's vague comments like things are complicated, Tom's had enough.
Aspinall Jon Jones fight. It's a bit different now, right? Because Jon's been tweeting a lot about the fact that he's told you his plans, he's ready to vacate the belt, and all the rest of it.
He said he's ready to vacate the belt?
He said he doesn't care if you strip him, he would vacate it.
Crazy. Yeah, I've been busy. I haven't been keeping up with the gossip. He comes back. He's either back today or came back yesterday or whenever he's in Thailand. So he's home. We'll be home tonight, and Tuesday we'll figure this out.
If he doesn't fight, because he also called out Francis Ngannou. He said he'd rather fight Francis, which I assume.
Who did?
Jon.
Yeah.
Okay. Not that interested in that then. But if he doesn't fight Tom Aspinall and he does walk away, do you think he's ducked him? Would you?
Tom Aspinall's the guy. He's the guy. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays. Listen, if the guy wants to retire and doesn't want to fight, nothing you do. I didn't want Habib to retire. I thought DC should have stayed in it longer. So it's none of my business. I'll do what I can to make the fight if we can. If he's talking that crazy.
Instead of waiting around, he's choosing a different path. He spoke calmly, but his message was strong. He's moving forward. No more waiting, no more being part of this endless media circus while Jon plays games on the internet. Tom's got better things to do.
Oh yeah. That old one, living his best life, mate, isn't he, in Thailand? So everybody reaches a sell-by date, don't they? Everybody's got a time limit. He's reached it, and we move on.
I reckon anyone else in that position would have been stripped. I was talking to Adam Cathell about it the other week.
Yeah, seen it.
He should be stripped now.
It obviously was a bit annoying at the time, but it's all in the past now. We're moving forward. Everything's good. We can get fighting again, and I just want to get fighting, mate. Do you know what I mean?
He's fucking sick of getting asked about that. You know?
It's not the best. You know what? It's better now because I do know what's going on a little bit, and I am going to fight soon, so that's nice. But for like the last kind of 6 months, I've just not known what's going on. Do you know what the worst bit is? Is like, you know this yourself. It's like money, fame, titles, rankings, all that aside, I just love fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
I just like fighting people. That's what I got into it for. I didn't get into it for anything else. All the other stuff is just like nice to have on top. I want to be the best fighter I can be. I love it. I'm in the gym every day. I just want to fight. That's been taken away from me for like nearly a year now, and that's got nothing to do with me, which is, it's a bit frustrating to be honest, but we are nearly over it now, which is good.
The fact he's not stepping up and fighting yet, he's let the whole MMA fan base down.
I couldn't have somebody else saying that they're going to beat me and not at least fighting. And then if I lose, at least I tried my best.
And it's even more in that case when you're the reigning heavyweight champion of the world and you've got someone holding.
It is crazy.
Heavyweight
champion. It is a crazy
situation,
situation, but There's a lot of politics in there in the UFC at the top levels, and it's just like nowhere to go for Johnny. He either has to fight me or retire now. If he does retire, everyone knows that he will have been avoiding me. I want to fight. Absolutely, I want to fight. If that's against Jon Jones or not, I'm just waiting on a date, man. Dana White's come out this week and said that Jon Jones is happy to do it. I've been in the rooms with the UFC, and they've told me it's happening. I'm not chasing Jon Jones. The reason I want to fight Jon Jones is because he's got the belt. He's #1 heavyweight walking around on planet Earth. But we need to find out who the guy is. If it's not Jon Jones, get out of the way. I'll fight someone else. Happy days.
This is the only sport in the world you can have somebody hold your career back.
I've been almost a year inactive with no prospect of anything. Just be ready, and we'll just let you know.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of difficult, like mentally, to.
Oh, yeah.
This is the fight against Jon Jones. Like, not the fight is another thing.
Yeah.
This is the tricky bit where I really have to stay switched on, stay motivated, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying. It's tough. As you said a minute ago, no one really knows what's going on behind the scenes apart from me.
Exactly. You're in office cooking.
I train all the time anyway. Just because I've not got a fight doesn't mean I don't train. Like, I honestly can see Jon's point of view. I get it.
Yep.
I get it. It's just about the title for me.
Yep.
I just want the title. That's it.
Yep.
Does nothing else really matter. So
You're like, let me do my thing. Let me fight.
I just want to fight.
And I think that's the respectful way to go about it. It's like, you don't care if it's Jon, and it's no disrespect to Jon, it's no disrespect to anybody out there. You're just trying to fight.
And honestly, fans love that. Jon keeps throwing little jabs online, joking about vacating belts, teasing fights with Francis Ngannou, and calling Tom's interim title meaningless. But Tom, he's not taking the bait, not this time. While Jon's online trying to stir up drama, Tom's in the gym staying ready. He's letting his skills and the rest of the MMA world do the talking for him.
In terms of planning forward, I think he means go and fight the next guy. And if you get past the next guy, then it's still your time. But if you don't get past the next guy, as with every other thing in sports, there's always a moment where the new breed kind of comes in and they surpass the old breed. Jon Jones knows that better than anybody. He has surpassed the new breed and the old breed multiple times over the course of his career and his run as world champion. He's one of the greatest champions of all time. He's beaten everybody. He went through the old guard, meaning he went through Vitor, he went through Shogun, he went through Rampage. He literally put all those guys in the rearview mirror, and then he moved on, and he hit Rashad, and then he hit Gustafsson, who was a new guy. Then he hit me, who was a new guy. Then he hit Anthony Schmidt, who's a new guy, and Thiago Santos, and Dominic Reyes. He hit them all. He put everybody back. Then he goes to heavyweight, beat Ciryl. Then he went and put the old guard back with Stipe. He's beaten all of them. He's been constantly pushing back that next wave of challenger. But there's one more wave. Because no matter how many times you've done it before, there's a real possibility that at some point it catches up to you. Nobody gets out of this thing clean. Khabib did it. George St. Pierre had a fairy tale ending, but George St. Pierre still had moments where things didn't go great. George St. Pierre lost to Matt Serra. That sounds crazy, but it's hard to get through this thing clean. Jones has gotten through this thing clean longer than most people could ever imagine getting through this thing clean. But at the end of the day, there's another young up-and-coming guy that deserves top.
So now the question is, what's next for Tom Aspinall, with or without Jon Jones? People are starting to mention Ciryl Gane again, especially after Tom said he doesn't care much about defending the interim belt, but he's open to a real fight that actually pushes the division forward.
UFC is about one guy being the champion of each division. I defended the interim once already. It's almost unheard of, that. It's unprecedented. I thought it was silly the first time, to be honest. The reason that I did it, the first time I fought Curtis Blades, it went down as a loss. I got injured. Worst moment of my career, one of the worst moments of my life. I wanted to redeem myself and get the legit victory against Curtis Blades because it was unfinished business. Like, that was hurting my ego, and I wanted to prove that I was better than Blades, which I did in the rematch, and I defended the interim. Something else, that particular fight was in Manchester, in my hometown. I wanted to fight in my hometown. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that again in front of a sold-out, brand new Co-op Live arena in Manchester, England. I don't know if I'm ever going to have the opportunity to do that again. So for them two reasons, that's why I defended the interim. I'm not doing it again. Like, I've cleared out the rest of the division, undisputed, and that's it. I deserve a shot at being known as the best heavyweight walking around on planet Earth. It doesn't matter on the opponent.
But don't get it twisted, Tom's not about to rush into anything, especially with someone like Gane, who's been known to handpick his opponents. And then there's the wild card, Francis Ngannou. Tom said recently he's ready to fight anybody, even Francis, if that's what it takes to prove he's the best heavyweight on the planet.
Aspinall's the guy. He's the guy.
Dana White says I'm his man. We love that. We love that on the channel.
And what about Francis Ngannou? You having him? You want some?
The day that I start ducking out of fights and turning opponents down and stuff like that is the day that I'm going to retire. So, as I've always said, and you can ask any promoter I've ever worked with, any guys at the UFC, I'll fight anyone, I'll fight anytime, and I'll fight anywhere. Never turn down a fight in my life. Never will. The day that I start thinking about turning down fights is the day that I'll retire. So, to answer the question, whoever they want me to fight is who I'm going to.
Fans went wild hearing that, not because a fight with Francis is guaranteed, but because Tom is willing to step up against anyone, even those outside the UFC. That's what makes a true champion. It's not about the belt, it's about the mindset. And even if Tom's moved on from the Jon Jones situation, fans haven't. People are demanding answers. They want the UFC to strip Jon of the belt if he won't defend it. Even voices like Ariel Helwani, Adi the Batty, and True Geordie are saying it's time for action.
Gane idea. He was the one who delayed and delayed and delayed till Francis was out the fucking door. He could have fought Francis a long time ago. If he'd just taken the chance of going up the heavyweight earlier, we could have had him versus a prime Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez was 240. Jon Jones is 260, 265. And you're telling me Cain Velasquez was too big for him? What a load of shit. Stipe Miocic could have fought him in his prime, another one who was no bigger than Jon Jones. So when he's giving it the big and being like, oh, well, people always think someone's going to come and dethrone me. And yeah, I get the narrative. That was the way at light heavyweight. There was always that next guy coming up. But you ain't never fought an animal like Tom Aspinall, who is as quick on his feet, who has the speed that he does at 260 pounds, who has the heavy hands that he does. You have never been in there with a beast like that. It's just not happened. I'm not saying that means Aspinall wins, but for people to do the Tyson Fury thing of going, oh, well, he's always won, so therefore he...
But Tom? He's not waiting anymore. He's focused on what's ahead. He's not going to let a maybe fight with Jon Jones slow him down. He knows he's in his prime, and he's not wasting time chasing someone who won't step up. If Jon won't fight, someone else will, and when they do, Tom Aspinall is going to remind everyone exactly why he's the most dangerous man in the heavyweight division.